All right, so from where I just was, kind of midway down that trail there, I got up here to this marker, and yeah, sure enough, here's Willard's. This is a marker for Willard's Brigade, aka the Harper's Ferry Cowards, who were the guys that surrendered at Harper's Ferry sort of ignominiously and wanted to redeem their reputations here at Gettysburg. This marker talks about Willard's countercharge against the Mississippians, essentially on the other side of the Plum Run trestle thicket there. And once they had countercharged the Mississippians, they followed up and then came running out of those trees and into the open field here, where they were hit by the artillery that the Confederates had since set up at the Peach Orchard. So it's interesting that the marker's here, and this is one of those sort of not necessarily political decisions, but a accessibility decision that the Gettysburg, I can't remember what the actual name of the organization was that handled all of the markers and stuff in the late 19th century, but essentially Willard's Brigade said, well, we want to recognize what our guys did, but we also want people to be able to see it, and so it needs to be put along a place where they are. And this is Sickles Road here, which I don't know how long this has been here as an actual road for the battlefield. The roads have changed over time, but you can see that there's other monuments and stuff along here. And so a lot of the units that were involved would want to commemorate, the actions of their unit, but they would want to make sure it was along the route where people could actually see it and get to it. So this was put here, even though on the plaque itself it mentions that the extent of their charge from Cemetery Ridge was about 300 yards to the east of here. So basically back at that tree line. But they've put this commemorative marker here, and presumably there's regimental monuments to the 125th, 126th, 111th, and 39th New York, which comprise the brigade. Presumably there's individual regimental monuments to them back on Cemetery Ridge, but then you have this monument here with the 2nd Corps clover leaf on it, to commemorate the fact that they're the ones that finally broke or checked Barksdale's charge, and then countercharged themselves out into these fields. So it describes all that on the plaque here, but not where it actually happened. At least the plaque does the justice of saying, hey, it actually happened. Their extent of their charge was about 300 yards east of here, but the marker is here because we want people to be able to see it and read it and not have to go off into the thicket of the battlefield off of the beaten path. So just one of those things that you run into with markers all over the Gettysburg battlefield, of being controversially placed, incorrectly placed, based on somebody's recollection. Oh, it should go here. And then, when you dig into the actual contemporary or contemporaneous notes and recollections of the combatants, you find that some of the stuff was actually slightly off. And so, the marker is here, but what happened, and it doesn't tell you what happened, didn't actually happen right where you're standing. So just an interesting battlefield fact there.